Hey friends, thank you so much for watching the video. Today we're going to be working on this Nintendo DS Lite. Now this thing's had a pretty rough life. It's yellowed, the touchscreen doesn't work, the top screen is very intermittent, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The bottom screen's yellowed, and overall it's just filthy. So today we're going to be giving this thing a whole new lease of life. I've got some parts for it. Right here I've got a new top screen, new bottom screen, new digitizer, and then here I have a new shell. But this shell is a clear DS shell. However, I'm not going to be keeping it clear. I'm going to try something I've seen a couple of people do with Game Boys, and that's paint the inside of it. I bought this. It's a gloss pastel peppermint color. It's kind of a mint green. I didn't realize at the time, very similar to the original color. However, I'm going to be trying some sort of alternative painting method. I'm going to be painting the inside, but I'm going to be layering something in between the paint and the clear to try and make it look a little bit nicer. No idea if it'll work, so this video may end up being a disaster. We never know. But at the end of the day, I've got new screens, digitizer, and we're going to give this DS a good clean inside anyway. So it's going to be a whole process, probably going to be a long one, hopefully not, because working on DS Lites is always unpredictable, never know how it's going to go. But yeah, that's enough rambling. Stick around, watch me do all of that, and please enjoy. Okay, so honestly, today's the first time the top screen has shown any sign of life at all, other than just lighting up, which is strange. Even if closing and opening it up can sometimes fix it, it's still getting replaced. First thing to do is remove the battery, and the mix of Phillips and tri-wing screws on the back. Now to start the process of removing everything inside. This is the easy bit. The hard bit is remembering where it all goes and the order it goes in later. Overall, the internals of a DS Lite are fairly straightforward. However, the second Nintendo decided to add curled up ribbon cables inside the hinges is when it got a whole lot more complicated. Now we can start separating the two halves, starting with this hinge piece. With the two screws removed, it comes out. I later realized I could have separated the two halves now before starting to disassemble the top half. But either way you do it, it still works, I guess. The last screws to come out are the four hidden under these covers. With a little prying and sliding, the top cover comes off, giving access to the screen and the speakers. It's worth noting here that the top screen is practically useless now and we're going straight in the bin, so I really don't need to take any care removing it. However, if you're following along and your screen is still good, definitely be more gentle than I am. After removing the hinges, the old shell could be promptly thrown straight in the bin, or saved for other projects maybe. Introducing the new shell. As you can see, it screams quality from the sticker alone. Also, I'm wearing gloves here because the last thing I want is to seal fingerprints into the paint. The new shell comes with everything you need, including some new hardware, which I'll definitely not be using, and some new buttons too. The back shell comes pre-assembled too, which is nice. However, I'm painting it all, so I need to disassemble it anyway. Now I can tape it all off ready for paint with a seamless transition. Okay, so I wanted a nice sparkly flake in the paint, but I couldn't find a nice paint with the flake I wanted. So I wanted to try something different. I pinched my girlfriend's eyeshadow because it has a cool pearl look to it, and decided to just pepper it all on before painting, hoping it would provide the flake I was after. With the shell seasoned, it's time to take it outside to paint. Luckily for me, the day I decided to paint happened to be the cloudiest, windiest day we had all week, so that's always ideal. Also, there was about 10 minutes between each coat too. I didn't just soak it all in paint immediately. I'm not an animal. After drying overnight, here's the big reveal. The sparkle is visible in person, however it's very difficult to get on camera. I probably could have added more flake, but you live and you learn. Now I made a huge mistake here. I forgot to take the battery door out before painting, so I painted it later, at night. I decided to speed the process up by using my heat gun between coats, and just melted the cover immediately. The only solution was to paint the outside of the original battery cover. And obviously, it didn't have the same effect, but it's better than nothing, I guess. This is me showing you that there is a difference between the original and new shells, slightly. The shell is now ready to go. I also gave all the internals a clean off camera too. Now it's time to put it all back together, starting with replacing the top screen, and practicing our soldering skills. I've said it before and I'll say it again. My soldering skills are terrible. I even tossed up not showing this part because I didn't want to get roasted, but I thought, hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So if you think I did something wrong or did terribly, just go easy on me because this is like the 5th time I've ever soldered, and I'm using the worst soldering iron imaginable. With the magic of editing, it looks like this is a quick process. However, let me assure you I struggled for a good half hour just to get the ribbon cable to the back. Also, I was very mad to find out that the new screen didn't come with protective plastic fitted, so the screen just got filthy. I decided I didn't want to use the adhesive on the screen in case I wanted to take it out in the future. Let's see how that plays out. I also did intend to reuse the little rings that sit in front of the speaker. However, I just completely forgot about them. Yeah, turns out that adhesive also holds the screen lens in, so I have to take it all back apart. How fun. And we're back. So from here on, the reassembly is pretty straightforward. So please, enjoy the music. Oh yeah, sorry. I just want to say I wanted to use white buttons on this. However, I couldn't find any that wouldn't take over 2 months to arrive. So in go the clear ones. Okay, music. Don't do this. Don't buy aftermarket DS shells. And if you do, don't paint them. I started out this video wondering, hey, why do people not do this that often? They only do it to Game Boys. Because there's a lot less parts inside a Game Boy. It was really hard to get a nice even coat between all the little back pieces of this shell. Not to mention, the quality of the shell is not that great. For instance, the left trigger button gets stuck continuously because the trigger button itself is kind of broken. The pins inside that hold it in place are misaligned, so it puts a lot of extra pressure on it, so it doesn't like to work very well. The touch screen in the top left corner doesn't want to sit flush with the top of the shell. Don't even get me started on the battery cover incident, but that was all my fault, so I'm still mad about that. Also, the shell arrived with a couple black marks on it in the corner, which I've tried to remove. They are stained there. I cannot get them off. It took me 3 hours pretty much to just close the back shell up to get it to a level where it's actually kind of working. This was a headache, and I do not recommend. I did all this just for it to end up looking very similar to a factory color anyway. And yeah, there is a bit of flake in there, but it's really, really hard to capture on camera. I'll see if I can get a photo of it outside in the sun. Maybe that'll help a bit. The look of the back of the shell, I do actually really like that. However, yeah, I almost went for a purple because that's my partner's favorite color, and I thought, hey, that'd be cool. And then last minute changed my mind to a pastel color, and big regrets. Anyways, hey, I'm really happy that I was able to fix the top screen. My soldering skills are next to nothing, and that soldering iron is a piece of junk. So the fact that I was able to get the speakers and the top screen working, I'm happy with that. So kind of a win, kind of a loss. This thing did not turn out how I expected it, but I mean, I'll whack it on a shelf and it can sit there for a while because it looks kind of alright. Anyways, what a wild ride this was. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave any kind words in the comments. Like and subscribe, do all the things like that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!